AdamHarry from BoLS with a buddy of mine, JR. Say hi.
Hi, everyone.
Today we're going to be looking at Tyrants of the Underdark, doing another quick unboxing here. This is one of the new Dungeons & Dragons games, obviously. Turn over real quick, show off the back. This is, of course, from Gale Force 9, official Wizards license, Hasbro and all that fun stuff. So this is what we're going to be messing with today. I'm kind of curious. We got to see this game a little bit at Gen Con. JR, do you know anything about this game?
I don't, actually.
No problem, because I'm going in blind too. I got to see it at Gen Con. I didn't get to play with it too much, but as you can see here, it's a board card game kind of hybrid thing going on, so I'm pretty pumped about it.
My guess is she is mad at that guy right there, and he's trying to get away.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, it is Tyrants of the Underdark, so there's going to be some backstabby drow stuff going on, right?
Yeah, totally.
All right, cool. Let's take a look inside the box. All right, man. Are you excited about this one?
I am. I want to see what those snakes are attached to.
It's just some kind of crazy scepter, I think. All right, here we go.
Ooh.
All right, we got the rule book. We'll flip to that here in a minute, but as you can see, looks like it's full color, 22 pages. Big, nice, oversized print.
Very nice.
We'll flip to that more in a moment. We'll put that to the side. We've got tokens. This is not an FFG game, but they have a lot of tokens in here too. So all those front and back. So looks like maybe scores of some type. Different, I think these are your cities that you're gonna get control points
Maybe
for.
some kind of resources.
Yeah. Put that to the side. Here's the board. Ooh. All right. What do we got here? Okay, it's not a huge board, but that's okay. Oh, it's upside down. Rotate it. Looks really cool. Definitely has the blue-purple theme going on. Kind of show it off. It's 4 different quadrants here. Obviously with some paths moving around. Possibly some fights. I'm not sure. We'll find all that out when we look at the rules. But you can kind of see here, there's different cities in the Underdark. Kind of moving around. Here's the top. A little better view on that. So, all right. Here's the board. We've got more tiles. I'm guessing these are probably for the players. Oh, some more punch outs. Upside down, obviously. It's hard to tell what's upside down and inside out on the Underdark. You know.
Because the whole world is upside down.
Bingo. All right, moving that. We got another kind of board area. Okay. All right, market card. I'm betting that you're going to be purchasing stuff. Like the cards are going to get laid out here. Insane outcast. Yes, look at those eyes. Look at it. Yeah.
Hi.
Right. Devoured cards, market cards, victory points. Priestess of Lilith. You know who that is, right? You know D&D.
Yeah, I know D&D. I know who Lilith is. The crazy spider god of the drow.
Yeah, she'll eat your face and make you have her babies or something. I don't know.
She'll turn you into her babies.
Bingo. We've got a score sheet. Okay, just a little package of score sheets. A nice touch. Man, there's a lot of stuff in here. Okay, so we've got more.
Here we go.
These are probably your player cards. So you got 4 different player cards with your stats. These are nice little reference sheets too. They're one side only. So you've got your deck here, your discard, Trophy Hall Barracks, and then your town, your faction you're playing for. Excuse me. And then you got your turn order, which is super handy. And there is an assassination action, so very fitting in the Tyrants of the Underdark.
I mean, this is the drow. I'd be disappointed if there weren't.
All right, so let's move this to the side. We've got a couple of different decks. A lot of different decks, actually. So.
Wow.
Got a minion. We'll open these up here in a sec. I just want to pull them all out. Minion. Yeah, more minions. All of the minions. Not like the little yellow guys, but yeah. So yeah, we've got some basic stats here. I don't know what these numbers mean yet, but there's some symbols down here. There's definitely a value up top. So yeah, a ton of those decks. We'll probably open up a couple of these here in a minute. I just want to empty out the box. And then of course, tokens.
Yeah.
Play pieces. So we've got, let's open up one of these real quick. If you want to open up a couple, JR, feel free. So we got these little shield icons, little house icons, which are pretty cool. I like those. Got a whole package of those. And then different color ones. So those are like the gray, black shields, dark shields. And I've got some other white shields, yellow shields, kind of with the camera light. What do you got?
I've got this little man. It's the guy from the box.
Okay.
It looks like a drow assassin maybe, or some kind of
Think that's the
stealth
The old
pawn.
Drizzt.
No, he doesn't have 2 swords.
Okay,
so
just the one.
It's just some drow, but they've got 4 different colors.
Okay.
Looks pretty cool.
Oh, hang on. Okay,
Ooh.
so check this out. I think I know what these are. These little shields. So check this out. Right, this blue shield's got the little icon on there. You can see. Check that out. The little icon, they match. So these are probably for the players, and I'm guessing that these white ones are those little battle things that we saw, like this. Yeah, see those shield icons match. So, doing some of the old deductive reasoning here. But we get a bunch of those tokens. That's pretty much it in the box. This is just the vacuum form thing. I like to make sure though. Sometimes they hide stuff underneath. But there you go. But you got this vacuum form thing for easy storage, which I always like. So let's pause real quick. We'll take a look at some of the cards and then probably go through the rulebook too.
Sounds good.
So here we have a bunch of the cards. Opened up a couple of the packs just to kind of flip through them. Wanted to go over with you guys kind of how to break down what the cards are real fast. So I'm just gonna grab the priestess here. So real quick, we have the name of the card. We've got the cost, which is how much influence it's going to take to recruit up in the top right corner. We've got the minion type. This is a drow. We've got the aspect, which this represents kind of the aspects of like the society.
It's like where they are. Are they a ruler? Are they a spy? Are they a monster?
You can see here like this is a monster card. The ghoul is the malice aspect of that. So just pointing that out. Then what else we have? We've got this one adds +2 influence, kind of what the cards do. You kind of see here. This one adds, I think, those battle or conquest to the deck, and also it has different effects. And again, those are going to vary from card to card. The other thing it does, this is where it goes initially. So like this is a core card. So you're probably going to be dealing those out to the players to start. But there's also like starter card options here, like this noble drow here. So you're going to be upgrading your deck as the game goes along. In the lower right here, we have the VPs for just being in your hand, your discard pile, just kind of in play. And then the one in the circle, that's the value for the card if you end the game with this card in your inner circle. The last thing I wanted to show off, which JR pointed out earlier, was this little thing down here at the bottom. JR, what were the dots representative of?
They represent how many times you'll find the card in a given half deck. So they had a few little decks, and that one has 3 copies. So you can find 3 ghouls.
Right.
And that's it.
So it's just basically the rarity. So yeah, rare cards tend to be a little bit better. So something to think about. But you can kind of see, just taking a look at a random card here. The artwork's pretty cool, I think. It's pretty well done. Obviously, it's from Wizards. A lot of this artwork is the licensed artwork. So if you're actually playing a D&D campaign and you want to kind of show your players what certain things look like, throw the cards at them.
Totally, and they've got some nice flavor text too. If you go for that sort of thing, you can get some inspiration for whatever you're playing.
Yeah, absolutely. JR, you DM a lot. Could you see yourself, using some of these cards just to show your players some stuff?
Oh, I steal from things for my adventures all the time. So yeah.
There's a jackalware. Creepy. All right, let's pause one more time and we'll take a look at the actual rulebook. All right, so we're going to take a quick look through the rulebook, and I've got the board underneath there to kind of help out with the angle, so you folks at home can see the rules a little bit better. But you can see here, you've got the table of contents. It's really quick. It's not a super complicated game.
Nah, it's pretty straightforward. You just acquire victory points by recruiting minions, taking over sites on the board. Yeah,
the whole point of the game is to get victory points, like you said, recruiting minions and controlling locations. And again, as we saw with the cards, each minion card is worth a certain amount of VP and things like that. You can get more points by holding more area and stuff like that. So it's pretty straightforward. There's no dice in this game. It's all the combat is done based on a bidding system or spending power points or influence to do stuff, or conquest points to do stuff. So flip through here real quick. There's a basic layout of the board, the setup, all 4 players. You've got the little marketplace zone where you're going to be buying the cards and things like that. So, and it gives you some quick playthrough tips as well while you're reading through. But we're going to kind of breeze over that for the most part. So you've got a couple of different symbols that are important. You've got the power symbol, influence symbol, and just kind of how that works. Ooh. The fly almost got me there. So sequence of play. We looked at this with the little cheat sheet cards right here. So in your turn, in any order, you can play a card, deploy a troop for 1 power. You can spend 3 power to assassinate a troop, spend 3 power to return an enemy spy, recruit a card for the amount equal to its influence cost, which, if you remember this little guy here, he's got an influence in the top right of 4, so you have to spend 4 to recruit him to your deck. Second thing you do, gain VP for your site, control markers, and then you discard your play cards and draw 5 cards. So it's kind of a deck building, cycling game in a lot of ways. And the minions actually have extra benefits. The big thing is, I want to show off the board real quick too. The big thing here is how you move around the board. It's pretty easy. You can move troops around on these little routes, or routes, however you want to, wherever you're from. The troop markers have to go on a circle. They can't just stack like there. Those are where the
unaligned troops go. So those are like the random monsters or whatever.
Yeah.
And you have to defeat them in order to get a troop there.
Right. And you would basically, you could attack from any adjacent spot. So this spot and this spot can attack here. And you'd need a troop there. You'd have to pay the power cost to eliminate a troop, and then you can move a troop onto these two spots.
Yeah.
And as soon as you own more troops there than anybody else, you then claim that square or that city for the amount of VP.
Yep.
That's pretty straightforward. If you notice throughout the board, there's different colored areas and different zones, and there's even random troops that are in routes at blocking places. So it's a kind of a tactical game with 4 players. You really have to plan that out. Like, I don't want to kill a troop and then open up a spot for my enemies to walk in there. So, but part of the fun. You play cards, like we showed earlier. Cards have different abilities, different actions and stuff like that. Again, we're not going to go through how to play all of the stuff here, but you get the gist of it. It's a pretty straightforward, not worker placement so much as like troop moving and managing kind of the logistics of that.
You're running a house and having your spies go out and assassinate enemies, and you're taking control because that's what you're supposed to do.
Right.
They've got a list of places to go in the Underdark. So if you want to know where to go for giant fungus, or feats of dwarven engineering, this is the place to turn to.
What's great about this too is if you're a DM and you're looking for names for places, they've got you covered.
Yeah, but good luck saying them.
Yeah, where's that one?
Yeah.
How would you pronounce that, folks at home? Jackalhine? Jackalhine?
New Jack City?
New Jack City now. I like it. So there's all the different places. There's the labyrinth and things like that. So if you're ever doing an Underdark adventure, they've got you covered. It's really fun. If you are a big fan of the Drow, you're going to get a kick out of this game. The last thing I want to point out too is how to end the game, and it's pretty straightforward. Whenever the game triggers ends when a player deploys his or her last remaining troop. So you have a finite amount of troops, right? When you run out of troops, the game's end. When the market deck is completely empty, the game ends when either of those happen. So you play one more round, at which point the game ends. And then you do the final scoring, and that's it. Yeah, pretty straightforward. Yeah, there's really not a ton of rules to memorize or anything like that. I like this though because it actually does have a bit of a backstory for each of the locations too.
Yeah.
So just kind of helps you build that kind of narrative as you're playing. So, and then there's a couple of quick reference things like that. Yeah, pretty well laid out, I think. Pretty simple game to kind of pick up and play. And again, that's from Gale Force 9. So again, Tyrants of the Underdark should be out now. I know it's available on their website. So go check it out. I'm AdamHarry from BoLS.
I'm JR.
Thanks again for watching. Have a good one.